a quick stop at the historic 66. What is it? At Route 60. Quick stop at Route 66 Historic Village here in Tulsa, and then I promise we're headed back to go get some work done.
I don't know if I trust Angela's driving.
So in addition to our winging it in Oklahoma,
Winging it in western Oklahoma.
we're winging it in Oklahoma, and we had yet another surprise.
We actually went out here in coming back from western Oklahoma. We made a stop for a couple of days here to see my aunt and her husband. They've got a really cool farm out here. They do a lot of planting. They've got some cattle and things like that. But what I didn't know, they actually have a really cool collection of antique tractors and a few cars and trucks in there. So we actually got the private tour of just some really neat history. But this was really cool, just like to take a step back in history. Now this is a private thing. We're not going to disclose the location or say where it's at or anything, because it's not a business. It's a family thing and just a collection of their projects that they're working on and things that they have. But just super cool. You guys know who you are, and thank you for having us out today. That was awesome.
That was fun. And for someone who's completely dumb when it comes to farming equipment, I still found it really cool. So we hope that you enjoyed as well. Wow.
This is how you get started.
See, and this runs on, did I hear propane?
Yes. It's been converted to propane.
With the propane, I guess the compression's so high, they have to put a little gas motor to start the big motor. So there's actually a tire that goes on that drive line right there that goes to the flywheels. They start this engine to get that engine going.
Well, I'd say for $90, you got a deal.
Well, he drove it home, and he found out that it was in better shape than the one he had, so he started farming with this tractor.
Hand crank.
Oh, yes.
And this is the mother-in-law seat.
This is a, yeah.
What music you want to listen to? Come see you.
No.
I can't do that.
I don't know if I trust Angela's driving.
What? Oh, you shouldn't. What music you want?
I can fit a dog down here with me.
Step there.
Step up and
Step there. And into the seats.
This is a very rare car. There's only 3 of these left that I know in existence right now. One's in Australia, one's in Kansas City, and you got this one.
Grant 6.
Grant 6.
Yes.
And this is how Dodge got their transmission, where they have the backwards reverse.
Mm-hmm.
They bought Grant out. You got open valve.
No kidding. One fuse pin on the whole car.
How funny. Actual coal.
That's actual coal. And that was how you fueled that tractor. My grandpa
Cool.
acquired this engine back in the 1940s. Right here's your firebox back here. You start your fire in there. You have water in here, and you build steam. And then once you get your steam built up, and then that's how you operate.
And so just the pressure of the water gets
Yeah.
it.
The pressure of the steam comes in that dome up there, and then you got your steam. That's your clean steam comes up in that pipe, and rotates your governor, which rotates your cylinder.
Huh.
Right here's your throttle. This would be your forward and reverse. This is referred to as a smoke box. So all your heat comes up through your tubes, and so you're heating all the water all the way up here and then comes up your stack. Primarily these engines here were built for small operations for thrashing, and then they also were built for, like, they put in small sawmills and stuff. For coal and water, you probably get a couple hours. Normally you had a horse and a wagon that would tender it through the day.
So as you turn that, what's happening?
As it turns, it pulls that chain and pulls that axle around.
Oh, okay.
Which is turning chains, which turns the gear. Or maybe it's...
The other engines like this, but they don't have any of the drive gear system on it. It's just a pull type engine. Horse drawn.
That has what looks like pistons on
Yeah.
the outside.
This is a vertical boiler. It's a little different.
But it also runs off coal.
Yeah. This was primarily a stationary engine.
What's the year on this?
Don't know.
Oh.
We're thinking 1889 is what we're thinking. You can see in all your pumping system in this one is right here.
And your fire
Box is right here.
And you'd fill it up. You'd fill it up halfway. You'd fill it up to that hole.
See that glass?
Yeah.
That's your gauge on your water.
Okay.
Okay.
And you fill it about halfway up. They still use them probably in different applications.
something like that. I've never seen one like that.
The Mighty Russell, as they call this. It's got the factory jacket on it, the factory's flue tubes in it. It's the original flue box. He gave $200 for it. Bought the dealer's lot, and it cost him $350 to haul it home. And it's a heater that heats your water before it would dump it into the boiler. It's only got 60,000 original miles on it. And it's got a new engine kit in the back, but it's four-door, so nobody wants it.
That's straight 8.
Yeah. You get more torque out of an inlay.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
And that big grill, all that chrome.
The grill is cool.
So you got 4 on each side, so it's
Yeah.
so it's an 8.
So if it had 3, it's just a 6.
What year is this about? What year is this?
49.
49.
I think I get pretty clear on this one.
And that grill looks like what went on to be on the Prowler later on.
Yeah. This is the Dodge Brothers here. One of their.
Those big fenders. You see where the Ram came from later on?
I saw that. That's cool.
And the back just... Oh, suicide doors.
That'd be original interior.
Yes. Pretty girl.
Oh, the
Pretty
humanity.
boy. Sorry.
Are you gonna drive that?
Oh yeah, I am.
It was everyone hand built.
Straw burning engine. And what's the time range that you think on this?
This thing in about the 1910s, 1910 to 1920. This was pretty much a plow engine.
When you say it was salvaged, what failed on it? What was there to fail?
There are a lot of these. They just cut them up and scrapped them.
Get
World
obsolete.
War II area.
Yeah.
They pretty well everybody was donated to the scrapping area.
And you said it got overpressured?
Yeah.
So, but how did they know they overpressured it?
Because the pressure gauge was over 220 pounds. And they
Oh.
went to the house and waited for it to blow up.
Oh, okay. The Buddha Company out of Harvey, Illinois. That's made in Chicago.
In my grandpa's diary, he referred to it as the dam tractor. He put a Buick front end on it so my grandma could steer it.
So Grandma can steer it. No kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. I guess it was hand start too, and it's
That was a hen crake, yeah. International Harvester.
Yep.
I was about to say that makes me want to sing.
That's the air cleaner.
All you put oil in to make the dirt out of it.
Yeah. Grandpa had two front wheel assists in this 707 here. He had like a 20-foot spring tooth on it. I could put the front wheels in the air and carry her about 30 foot on a wheelie. Jam that old clutch in and take her for a walk.
Yeah, that's a pretty good horsepower tractor too.
Yeah, they're about 80 horses.
Yeah.
At least you had a seat.
That's why Grandpa kept them. He liked to stand up when he drove tractor. Well, you sit on that seat, you'll find yourself standing majority of the
No, I
day.
don't think I could stand on that.
You'll want to stand up anyway. You know, the old gauges have held up. Everything. It's world's finest tractor, it says. And they're not in business anymore. You get 2 valves, I don't understand that.
Well, you got a liquid and you got a vapor valve.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
Gas in
propane
it. And it hasn't ran in how long?
Oh, 90s. Drive
And it's still got gas in it.
Still got propane in
You
there.
know, it's sealed up good. That'd be a neat one to get running. It'd need a lot of work though.
Cleaner, a lot of, you'd have to talk to them again. They just liked it. Rumbly oil pull. It's the lightweight class, and it was the smallest one they built.
What year model is this?
Probably a 23.
Yeah.
It's actually running on kerosene.
I
Okay.
can smell it.
That's the smell.
It runs under
If you could capture a smell.
kerosene and water.
Okay.
Isn't that wild? Looks like you're just pulling till you get
Pull
your...
it down. All right, now grab another tube. Gently pull it down. There you go. Grab that one and just pull it a little bit. Okay, now grab that other tube. All right, now get your hands out and pull down on it. There we
Mark
go.
there.
Yep.
Thanks, Melissa and Lyman, for having us out today. That was awesome.
As we baby step our way back to Arkansas for the holidays, we are still in Oklahoma. Today we are in Tulsa. We're gonna head out tomorrow morning and head towards Arkansas. But as we're out running a few errands, we have a couple things we're gonna do. We've spent time in Tulsa. We like it. There is a lot to do. They have big performing arts centers. They have a lot of stuff, primarily downtown type things. We're gonna do none of those. Today is gonna be a free trip, with the exception of the tolls that we're paying. We're gonna check out the center of the universe. Supposedly you can stand in the center of the circle and people outside the circle can't hear you. Now the trick is I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I believe that you can hear it, but it does distort the sound some. So we're gonna go check it out.
It does really sound weird. I don't know if you can hear it.
I do hear it.
You do hear it?
It's something with the echo, the way the brakes are laid, that it echoes back on you.
See if you can talk to me if the camera will pick it up.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
So you sound normal to me.
It's weird though. It sounds like you're inside of a chamber. That's wild. And that's going to be our trip to Tulsa. We'll get a little bit of exploring in today and then back to work to take care of a few more errands before the holidays.
Don't let that discourage you from checking out Tulsa. Tulsa's an awesome place to visit, whether you're in an RV or just driving in if you live locally. We're actually staying at the KOA, which is kind of cool because it's right at Will Rogers Downs, which is the horse racing track here outside of Tulsa. So it's kind of neat if the horses were running right now. We could almost see them right from the back of our camper, and it's a nice little KOA. But
that is neat.
Don't let our lack of a big list of items discourage you. Tulsa's a great town. We've just been here before, and this is kind of just a quick 2-day stop on the way home to knock out 8 or 9 loads of laundry and get some things done. But we're going to take a little break here, like Angela mentioned, and check that out.
Quick stop at Route 66 Historic Village here in Tulsa, and then I promise we're headed back to go get some work done.